Hi, welcome along to the Match Predictor Show in association with Sport Lobster. And first of all, I've got to say congratulations to the winner of last week's competition. It was James Tula. He won himself that Ozil Arsenal shirt, and he got a prediction rate of 82%. So congratulations going out to you, James. Well done. I think I finished about 95th in the league. I tell you, this thing, it seems easy when you're predicting it, but it's not as easy as you think. So let's get into the games this weekend. I'm going to, as usual, end with Arsenal's game, but we'll start off with the other games. Swansea City playing Everton, the 12:45 kickoff. So make sure you enter your team into the Sport Lobster Prediction League before 12:45. Remember, if you don't do it before 12:45 on Saturday, you can't enter the league. So that's very important to know. That's the first game that kicks it off. Swansea versus Everton. Swansea have been pretty strong at home. Everton, they're up and down. They've had a couple of victories, though, in recent weeks. They have been returning to form. But I'm going to go for a Swansea win. I'm going for a Swansea win in that game. 3 o'clock, Southampton versus Hull City. Hull are dire at the moment. Southampton, the wheels have been falling off a bit. Remember, look how long they was in the top 4 and stuff like that. Now that the pressure has sort of reached them, it's kind of getting to them a bit. But I do fancy Southampton to win that, so I'll go for a Southampton win. Sunderland versus Crystal Palace. Now, that is a really good game. Sunderland, of course, got that massive win against Newcastle last week with that goal by Defoe. Crystal Palace, brilliant win against Manchester City. I think it's going to be... I'm going to go for a draw in that game. I just can't separate the two. That's going to be a tough game. Tottenham Hotspur versus Aston Villa. Tim Sherwood going back to Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs, of course, with that dreadful 0-0 draw last week against Burnley. But I think they'll get over the line with this one. Villa, their defence is appalling. So, and obviously Spurs are going to have to try and bounce back after that. So I'll go for a Spurs win in that game, unfortunately. West Brom versus Leicester City. Another one of those games that it's really hard to say who's going to win that game. West Brom losing at home to Queen's Park Rangers last week. The team who can't buy a win away from home. And Leicester, of course, they got a victory last week. Both teams are going to be looking to win this game. West Brom to bounce back. Leicester, they need the points. So I'm going to go for a draw. I think that's going to be a draw in that game as well. West Ham United versus Stoke City. The wheels have fallen off West Ham. I mean, again, another team that at Christmas time, they're around the top 4. Now they're just falling down the league. They seem to be on the beach, they do. And I think Stoke will win that game. They played pretty decently last week against Chelsea. So I'm going to go for Stoke beating West Ham. On Sunday, Queen's Park Rangers take on Chelsea. Now, I think, and this is not just my heart here because I want Chelsea to lose, I actually think that Queen's Park Rangers could pull off a shock here. They've been playing pretty decently recently. Charlie Austin is a guy who can score goals. Chelsea are going to be missing Costa. Yes, of course, they've got Hazard. They've been looking a bit jittery, and Queen's Park Rangers is a local derby, and it's always a team that gives them a really good game, got a decent record against Chelsea. I'm going to go for a sneaky Queen's Park Rangers win in that game. Followed by the Manchester derby, Manchester United versus Manchester City again. Another game that's hard to call, but again, I'm going to go pretty controversial on this. I know that City have been playing very poorly recently, particularly away from home. But I just got this feeling that they're going to win that game. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just more... I don't know. I mean, a draw would be the best result for me as an Arsenal fan, but I've got a feeling that City are going to win that game. So I'm going for a Manchester City win. And then on Monday, Liverpool are playing Newcastle United. Newcastle, just, again, another one of those teams that at the moment, they're just dreadful. I mean, their performance last week in that local derby against Sunderland was absolutely appalling. I can see nothing more than a Liverpool win in that game. So I'm going to go for a Liverpool win in that game. And of course, finishing up with our game, 5:30 on Saturday. We're away to Burnley. We're going to be heading up there. Looking forward to that game. It's going to be really atmospheric, of course. Burnley, they got a draw against Tottenham. They've beaten, remember, a couple of weeks ago, Manchester City at home. They've looked pretty good against the big boys. But I just think the confidence that Arsenal have got at the moment, I think we'll do that. I think Arsenal will win that game. We'll keep that winning streak going. It's absolutely essential, actually, that we win it. And I really do fancy us to win that game. So I'm going to go for an Arsenal victory in that game. So that's all my predictions. What are your predictions? You've got a chance this week to win an Alexis Sanchez t-shirt. Let me introduce you to my little friend, Alexis, right? He's been on fire. Chance to win that this week if you win the league. Of course, all you got to do, just go to the link below, click straight through to that. It's free to play, and just put in your predictions. And if you're as good as James Tula was last week, you win this prize. So get your predictions in right now. As I said, they've got to be in before the first game starts of the weekend, which is the 12:45 kickoff with Swansea. Enter your team now. Good luck to you, but you ain't going to beat those predictions. I even fancy putting on a little accumulator. That's how confident I'm feeling this week.
So, Mo, what happened, man?
Man, the
what
first...
happened? You made that poet win that. I mean, come on.
Honestly, he had his eyes shut when he kicked that ball. I don't know what he was doing.
How good was Ian Wright? He steps up and has
Brilliant.
one attempt and hits the bar. He still got it, innit?
Not only that, he hits the bar perfect with his left foot, wrong
his
peg,
left foot.
and then again with his left foot when the ball comes right back to him, smashes it a half volley straight down the middle of the goal.
Just reminded everybody that he's a pro and that we're just all amateurs
see
around
the class. You can see the class.
But how are you feeling? That's round one. You didn't do too badly though. You got
the first two were close. The third one over compensated on, man. Oh, it's just so annoying. I know I'm going to go and like do it again.